Hello and welcome to another Talk of the Crown episode. In fact, episode 27 of my weekly talk show, Talk of the Crown. And as voted for by you last week, I did put a poll on my YouTube channel in the community section. By the way, if you didn't know I have a community section, go to the tab on my YouTube channel and there is a whole community section. I put polls and all that kind of thing up. But I put a poll up last time because you requested it. Should I go almost head to toe in tartan? And, you know, I even have the tartan hat ready. I'm wearing the kilt. Look, a little hint of knee. I have this lovely, I'm dropping my fans everywhere. I have this to put on later, my lovely sash, my tartan sash. Oh, I'm decked out in tartan. Let me know what you think. Everything's flying everywhere. This is Scotland to the max, I think. But by the way, this is probably the last time I'm going to go all Scottish because it's nearing the end of the Queen's summer balmoral break. And of course, throughout the Queen's stay, I have been doing a little weekly nod to Scotland and a little ode to the Queen being at Balmoral. But as that is coming to an end, I mean, she hasn't left yet. I mean, last year it was kind of the second week of October, I do believe. But I am going to kind of wind down the tartan. So that's why I'm all out in tartan. We even have tartan bear. By the way, I haven't removed his tag because I don't think you should remove the tags with collectibles. But he's a tartan bagpipe bear. So I've even got my Scottish bear. Now, probably my flag's going to tip down at some point. If it does, let me know. I probably won't say. Okay, I am going to find the chat. The format is exactly the same as every single week. I am live, 10 o'clock. It's your directed chat. I have a few notes, but, you know, basically you always cover it anyway. So I'm going to go into the chat room and see you all and do my hellos. Oh, by the way, we have a donation through Super Chat already from Kathy G. Thank you, Kathy G. You get a yellow Happy News fan flap for your donation of $20. Thank you so much. I will make sure I put it towards something. Oh, and we have some things to open too, but I may not get to these ones because I have a plan for those, but I'll tell you about that later. So who's in tonight? We have Scott Goff. We have Book Princess. Grace Smith, I can't talk tonight. Debbie Hyatt, Anita Johnson, Christine Suckup, Susan G, Rodney Jackson, Christoph G Massing is in the house. Kathy G is here. Susan G, Dion Nin, blue, red, yellow, and green is in. Arnold Sanders, Vinnie Blair, Christine, Mrs. BSNCO9, the first Mrs. R, Marie D, Janet Fox, Arnold Sanders, running late, Phoenix J. If I've missed anybody, I am so terribly sorry. Danielle Fitzgerald, Candice Margot, who says, wow, look at you. You look amazingly. And I'm not even going to say that word. But yes, my knee was out. And I'm having to do the Duchess slant. Now I know why she does it. Because if I move, you're getting a view that, well, it's not going to happen. Vicky P made it. Countess Bavaria is here. James Med 4 is here. And James Med 4 says, so Alexander McQueen. I think it is, don't you think? Julia Castle says, hello. Dion loves the tartan. First Mrs. R says, if you wear any more tartan, you'd be called Angus MacDonald. I think I probably would. Sue Miller says, hello from South Africa. Hello to you. Janet Fox says, you wear tartan and, well, it becomes me. Thank you so much. Jamie says, 2 minutes late, my YouTube app decided to update at 9:59. How inconvenient. I think you should write a letter of complaint. Rodney says, you're looking awfully dapper. Thank you so much. Including the little kilt. Kilt moment going on here, I think. Blue, red, yellow, green says, I'd say red is your colour. Do you know what? I hardly ever wear red. It's probably one of my least favourite colours, actually. Controversial. But no, I really very rarely wear red, other than when I'm wearing it on the channel, really. In fact, I don't think I really have anything of my normal clothes in red, I have to say. Raybit's mum says, hello, Elliot. You look fabulous. Thank you so much. Retta Hurd says, glad to be with you. And Betsy's here too. Livia Mars is here. And Verona, who says, love the outfit. All sorts says, listening while doing homework. Well, you can't see the full effect if you're just listening. Cornwall59 says fabulous, and Jojo says, hi Elliot, how's it going? It's going really well. Candice Bavaria says, well, shiver me timbers, a sight for sore eyes, you look amazing. Thank you. Scott Goff says, you look fab, however you are wearing the kilt as a true, oh, am I wearing it as a true Scotsman, as in no pants? Pants in the UK is underwear, by the way, for those of you who don't know. I am wearing pants. I do have underwear on because I thought, what if my strategically placed microphone and my Duchess slant fail me? That is something I do not want broadcast to the whole of the internet. No, definitely not. I am not going to do a Prince Philip. Don't Google it. You've been warned. You have been warned. Margaret says, dearest Elliot, hello from Salt Lake City, Utah. My goodness, don't you look dashing in your tartan? You look stunning. Thank you so much. Claire says, sharp dresser. Thank you. Mrs. Vicencio 9 is commenting on Jamie's London trip, and he did have a really good time. I'm sure he'll make a few comments about London. Vianua says, hey, Elliot, you look dapper. Just in greetings from Washington, D.C. Penny Waller is in Edmonton, Alberta. And Dorothy Gibbs says, hello, you can be a part of the Fab Five now. I think I can. Lots of comments on the tartan. I'm not going to read all of them because it'll literally take forever. Blue, red, yellow, green says, cross your legs. A lady reveals nothing. I am revealing nothing. This channel, if it was a movie, it would be rated U. Universal for all, and I do not intend to change that today. We are not going X-rated, people. We are not going X-rated. Jamie says the trip was amazing as expected. Oh, we have a donation. H.A. Bracken through Super Chat has donated $9.99. Thank you so much. By the way, these donations really do help because it helps to get props and be put towards things, and I am saving up for a few trips. So thank you so much. It really does help. Rosalie Bernard says, I quite love the gathering. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, Rosalie. Alegna says, hi, Elliot. Wow, you look fabulous. Thank you so much. Margaret says, dearest Elliot, what kind of tea am I drinking? Anybody else drinking tea with us here today? I'm enjoying a lovely cup of Earl Grey. It was Earl Grey with the bergamot. Yes, Earl Grey with bergamot. And remind me to drink it because I always forget. Where's my tartan hat? It's here hiding. I do have the hat. I thought maybe the hat would just be slightly too much tartan. I mean, come on. Running Late says, love the bow tie. I am English, but because the Queen is in Scotland, we are doing Scottish. I've been doing Scottish for about 8 weeks now. So I'm kind of looking forward to winding down the Scottish slightly. But yes, this is kind of like the final flourish, the full effect, so to speak. And of course, for next year, when the Queen is at Balmoral, I have so many different tartan pieces that I can combine to make all kinds of different looks. So thank you so much to anybody who has donated any of the pieces over the last, 8 weeks, possibly. Jamie says, tartan outfit actually looks so cool. Where did you get the top? Oh, this came last week. I opened it in the live chat. Yes, it came last week. Rodney says, can I stand up and walk in it and work it? Well, I haven't got room here to really work it, but yeah. Look, here's the kilt. And I'm not going to twerk either. But yeah, there it is at the back. And there it is at the front. And you can do all kinds of things in it. It's very breezy, easy, breezy, and beautiful. You can raise it to a little bit of knee, a little bit of anklage going on there. Yes, it's very lovely. And if you took it in slightly and sit, and then do the Duchess slant, there you are. You're doing the lovely Duchess slanting sit. There you go. That's as much as you're getting. Texan says, you're a force to be reckoned with. I am indeed. I am the tartan, the tartan princess. Candice says, I'll bet you aren't wearing pants. I am wearing pants, and I'm not going to prove it. I am not going to prove that I'm wearing pants because this channel will go from a U to an X, and I'm not having that. Book Princess says, bow to my knee, my lord. Chantal Gray says, ooh, that's what those money things mean, donations. Yes, it's kind of like donations to the channel, tips, that kind of thing. Margaret says, do you tell it, please stand and do a twirl. Well, I've just done the twirl. Well, kind of a twirl. I've turned round. And no, you're not seeing my pants. Can I stand up? I've done it. I am not going to toss my Kyber. I'll toss my fan. I'll flip it. Remind me. Are British people looking forward to Janie's wedding? I think so, but like I said with Harry and Meghan's wedding, we British are quite a reserved lot, and we don't like to show our excitement too early. So you don't usually see a big flurry of excitement until pretty much, the day before or the day. So I think, we'll know what a success of excitement it is by how many people actually turn up in Windsor to line the streets. So I think that will be a true indication of kind of how excited we Brits are. And also, of course, how many people are watching all the news channels and things. And we still don't have any confirmation on whether it's going to be televised. So I'm thinking at this stage, like I've said all the way through, it's not going to be televised. And I think that whole story about BBC refusing it, ITV desperately trying to pick it up, it's all a load of bunkum. It was never, ever going to be televised, ever. Christine says, I am having Twinings Golden Caramel Rubios. Ooh, I've not tried that one. Stephanie says, you're lovely. Thank you so much. Scott Goff says, at my sister's wedding, my kilt blew up and everyone got an eyeful. No, your kilt did not grow up. Did it blow up? Did you do a Marilyn moment? You should have done. Running Late says, you better work it with a Duchess slant. I am rocking the Duchess slant. Totally. Margaret says, Book Princess, I wanted to see if he was wearing his socks that match. No, I just have my regular socks. There you go. I don't have tartan socks. Well, I wouldn't mind the corgi socks that Jamie got. They're really lovely. Mrs. BSN says, nice twirl. Glowing says, I'd like to see the kilt with a green vest and then the sash. You got like, ooh, I've not considered a green vest. I would have to try. Sam says, I do like the Princess Eugenie and James commemorative trinkets. Well, I haven't really seen too many. I must confess, I haven't really looked, but I know that some exist. And if they're anywhere near as good as what they did for Harry and Meghan, even the unofficial ones, I'd say get them because the Harry and Meghan ones were really good. Book Princess says, who's interested in socks? My goodness, did you see his legs? I have a very fine ankle. Should we do a little woo? I have a very slender foot. A fine ankle and a slender foot. There we go. James Med4 says, oh no, hang on. Margaret says, Dearest Elliot, where is the little purse thing that they wear on the front? The sporran? I haven't got one. I need a sporran. I can add it to my list. Okay. I will try and find a sporran somewhere. But I don't have one at the moment. James Med4 says the waistcoat will look so smart under a blazer for a Christmas party. It will. I could wear this more towards the Christmas season, couldn't I, for live chat still? So I can still get some good wear out of this before I completely retire it for the winter, because it is quite Christmassy. I agree. Charlotte says, I look great, thank you. Oh no, my Duchess slant is slipping. Don't let it slip, or else there'll be controversy everywhere. Megan B says, is there a lot of merchandise in the stores for Eugenie's wedding? I think there is some unofficial ones, and I can't remember. Yes, I think there is some official, if I remember correctly. I've been so busy with royal stories, I haven't managed to look at such trivial things. But I'm sure you can find some if you look. Speaking of merch, I've been wanting to do it for a very, very long time, and I'm thinking maybe of doing some t-shirts, some Royal Reviewer t-shirts, and maybe a Royal Reviewer 2019 calendar. Please let me know in the comment section, not just in the live chat, but also post in once this obviously ends being a live chat, it gets posted to my channel. So go to there once it's posted and leave an actual physical comment telling me if you would be interested in a Royal Reviewer 2019 calendar. Now, I will say what I'm going to estimate the cost of, because I haven't found a company that can just kind of, I create the calendar and then you can just, I give you the link, you buy it, they send it to you. So I think I'm going to have to do it a different way. I'm going to have to do it through an existing company. In the UK, we have one called Moonpig, which allows me to design the calendar. But they charge £12, 12 British pounds anyway. And it's £3 to get it to me. That's if they don't do international shipping. And then obviously I've got to pay the costs of postage and packaging to get to you. So it's looking like in dollars, I'm going to talk in dollars because I think most of you will probably be ordering from the States or Canada or something like that. But in US dollars, the cost would roughly be $35 to $40 a calendar, which sounds quite expensive to me, but that's roughly what it would be to kind of, you know, buy it from this company, get it to me, pay their postage, and then pay the international shipping as well. So let me know if you would be interested, seriously interested, and then I can look into numbers about, you know, how many I should order. So let me know. And also if you're interested in the t-shirts, well, the t-shirts won't be as expensive because I found a company that ships internationally and, you know, you can order directly from a link. So that's not quite as bad. But the calendar, yeah, roughly $35 to $40. If I can get it any cheaper, I will. But roughly that cost. I don't know how much calendars of, you know, well-known people cost in the States. But let me know if you're interested anyway. Hello to Ingrid. Christine says it will be fun to see Harry and Meghan in Sussex. Yes, they are finally visiting Sussex, of the designation of which they hold their title, and they definitely be visiting Brighton Pavilion, which is kind of like, it looks very, if you can imagine the palace in like Aladdin, it's very Arabian of design. I was trying to think of the right word. So that will be very interesting. And of course, there is a couple of really poignant stops along the way. There's one for domestic violence, women with victims of abuse, that kind of thing. So there are, you know, some hard-hitting visits on that trip, as well as some more light-hearted ones. So it looks to be a really good visit and a very full-packed day. Chantal says, is Her Majesty the Queen still in Balmoral? Yes, she is, which is why we are still bedecked in tartan. Vinny Blair says, no fanny pack, please. Margaret, save us from the fanny pack. A fanny pack in the UK is like a British bum bag. We call them bum bags. But the sporran, I don't know. Do you call sporrans fanny packs in America? I don't know. Candice says, you and your background look very royal, especially with the Queen watching over you. Oh, yes, we have the Queen on the wall. And we have my Scottish background too. Sweet Trinity says, Tetley British tea is deliciously lovely. Yes, we have the best tea in the world, I think. Okay, I'm going to skip a few questions because I want to kind of keep up with you a little bit more this week. Donna says, you need one of those large safety pins for the front of your kilt, then you can twill all the... Yes, I don't have one. I should have maybe put another pin in. Mrs. VSN says, I got my Together cookbook this week, showed it off my mum. Have any of you cooked any of the recipes? Let me know. Ingrid says, I love your outfit, but I'm getting tired of silly talk. Just want to see royal news. Well, of course, I deliver royal news daily on my channel, but this kind of is led by you, and I'm reading the comments and going through them. And if you've got a hard-hitting question, do post it. Candice says, honey, we saw your thigh too, not just your ankle. You saw the thigh, did you? I thought you were just seeing ankle. You didn't see pants, did you? Just land. Megan B says, I saw an advertisement for corgi socks on the Buckingham Palace shop right after you told us about Jamie getting corgi socks. I actually have a pair of corgi socks from Old Navy. Ooh, a little bit of thigh. Linz B says, when can we meet Jamie? He's here. He's HM the King. Introduce yourself. Oh, Laverne says, are the dreaded in-laws in London? If you're meaning, are you meaning Samantha Markle? She did threaten to come to the UK, and I do believe she is here. You know, whether it's a big PR stunt or not, I don't know. But she did say she was coming. I do think she's here. She is uninvited by Meghan. Meghan hasn't said, that she wants to meet her. Samantha has said that she reached out privately, but Meghan wasn't responding. And she says that she's here, whether she likes it or not. And, she wants to talk about their father's health. Who knows whether she might try and gate crash? I mean, who knows? She may turn up when they're out and about in Sussex. Who knows? But it would show her up completely, because Meghan, I imagine, would just kind of walk by and probably ignore her. I don't mean in a bad way, but it's not very nice to be ambushed by a family member, especially when it's full of press. So who knows? I don't think we'll be seeing any confrontation or anything like that. I think Meghan will take the high ground and just kind of, walk on by like a true queen. So yes, I don't think we'll be seeing fireworks, but yes, she is in the country, as far as I'm aware. But Princess says, guys, soon it will be Christmas. And ABBA, what? ABBA Sporten... I can't say that word. What language is this? ABBA Sportenlegen ABBA Safety Spin. What? Confused. Audrey Evans says, hello, Elliot. Hello to you. Oh, Blue, Red, Yellow, Green says, remember that time Mr. Humphreys gave up measuring a Scott's inside leg in a kilt? No one's measuring my inside leg. Deb Mitchell says, do I have any royal news? I do have, well, I have notes. But if you want royal, well, this isn't really to deliver royal news. This is a chat where we all come together to discuss kind of what's happened in the week. Of course, any sort of new news I make into separate videos that go on the main channel. This is kind of a bit like a time in the week where we all come together to talk about what's gone on, to talk about whatever you want to talk about, which is why I read from the questions. But in terms of actual royal news that's new, that I haven't already put up, there isn't any, as far as I'm aware. We've spoken about Samantha Markle in the UK. That's something I haven't covered on my main channel just yet. Oh, actually, there is it's a few days old news, and that is that Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, is off maternity on the 2nd of October, where she will be attending the SC Trust Forest School in Paddington. So I suppose that's the only kind of real royal news to deport right now. But other than that, let's just have fun. Mrs. BSN says, yes, it's beautifully done. Now to get brave and cook something. I feel the same way. Charlotte P says, yes, I would love a royal reviewer calendar. There we go. And yes, I am all set for Hogmanay. Who's Jamie? I'm getting confused now. Jamie, you are Jamie. Hello to Jean Carpenter from Dallas, Texas. Megan B says, I haven't seen any merchandise at all for Eugenie's wedding here in the States. Betsy says, yes, t-shirts and a calendar. Ingrid says, I adore your red plaid outfit. I'd love some pants like that. There are actually some tartan trousers on Amazon. Vinny Blair says, I will buy the calendar. Running Late says, yes, do merchandise. Vicky P would love a t-shirt. Rodney would like t-shirts and a calendar. Paul says, Elliot, news about the Queen not liking Meghan is true. They do not get on. Oh, fake news. Who said that? Where did you hear that from now? Come on. That didn't flap very well, did it? There we go. Fake news. Fake news fan flap. Let me know where you heard that from. Which rotten channel or news station is pumping out that vile? There is no indication that they don't get on. In fact, all the evidence points to the fact that they do get on. Who remembers that visit when they were sat together having jokes and fun? There is no animosity between the Queen and Meghan. I'd like to know where you heard that from. Anita says, will Princess usually lay her bridal flowers at the grave of the unknown warrior, like the other royal brides? I would imagine so. I would imagine she would have it sent. Just like Meghan did. And yes, I'd like to know the source too. Running late would purchase a calendar. Thank you. W says thousands of people signed petition ahead of the wedding to make the royal family pay for the event. Is this true? I believe there was a petition, and I believe some people, Republicans of a Republican leaning, did sign it. However, I think what they're kind of missing is the fact that the money for the protection isn't just to protect Eugenie and Jack on their wedding day. It is also to protect the Queen and other high-profile members of the royal family, just as it would if they went to any event. And also, it is to protect the members of the public, not just the ones that they invited to the wedding, but the ones that are just going to turn up of their own volition to line the streets to see them. And in fact, even if there wasn't a carriage procession, there would probably still be a horde of people waiting outside the castle to make cheering noises and all that kind of thing. So it's not just to protect Eugenie, it is to protect the public which actually want to go there. So I think they're kind of barking up the wrong tree, these people. They need to kind of look at actually who it is protecting, and it is just as much for the public, for the ordinary people who want to go. I mean, these people that are moaning about it probably can't even see why people would want to go. But they need to, you know, these liberal people that claim to be liberal need to also open their mind and be liberal of the fact that people do actually like the monarchy and do actually want to go and turn up and stand outside the castle and cheer them on and wish them good luck. And those people deserve to be protected just as much as anyone else. So there we go. That's what I think of that petition. Blue, red, yellow, green says, I want a t-shirt with you featuring your Duchess land. Oh, we could have a slogan. We could have a slogan about the Duchess land. First Me Star says $35 is pricey in the US, but I'll send you a message on Facebook with an idea for your fans in the US. If there is any other way, any other company or something that can, you know, produce it, that I can go online and put it on, and they can do the shipping and all that business, recommend it to me, because I've been looking and I really can't find anything that looks good. Vinny Blair says, I think we can only wait and see. Usually seems to be following the Catherine and Meghan playbook. Ingrid says, love, love, love your outfit. Thank you so, so much, Ingrid. Vicky P says, hope Samantha doesn't crash Harry and Meghan's event. Who knows? She may try. I mean, she also kind of spoke a little bit blackmaily, saying that, you know, that all this media thing could stop if only they could meet and speak. I think, you know, she's not going to win playing that game. Definitely not. Hello to Jeff. Margaret says, thank you to all the lovely members sharing their tea choices. I must say, it really does make me smile thinking that I am sharing a cup of tea with people from all over the world. How lovely. I think it's the biggest party of the week anywhere. Vinny Blair, oh, hi to Lauren. Vinny Blair says, do you think Sussex is the kind of place where the Sussexes would buy a part-time residence? It would be nice if they did, because obviously that's where they're named after. But I think if they were going to buy somewhere in the country, I think they'd kind of go for Oxfordshire, round about the Soho farmhouse location, which is where they're currently renting. If they are given a property, then it's likely to be on one of the Queen's estates. So I think it would highly be unlikely, and I think they may want to kind of stick to the Oxfordshire set. But who knows? It's not out of the possibility. James Medford says, try this person on Instagram. His parents do one every year from Toronto. It costs $19.95 USA plus shipping. They make a profit. Oh, I will have to take a look at that. In fact, I'm going to do a screenshot so I can keep the name, and then I will go and take a look. Thank you for the tip. Are they going to do a walkabout in Sussex? I would imagine so, but whereabouts? I don't know. On which engagement? It could be on lots of the engagements. Ingrid says, can I share one of my favourite weeknight recipes? My weeknight recipes? Oh, well, I'll tell you a little bit. On a Monday, we have a takeaway. On a Tuesday, we have a microwave meal because we're visiting and we haven't got time to cook. On a Wednesday and a Thursday, my partner cooks, and we either have a pasta meal or something with chicken, that kind of thing, depending on the seasons as well, on what it is. And on the weekend, my parents cook for me, so I have whatever they have. Today, I had chili con carne with a baked potato, and that kind of thing. Also, British meals as well. Laverne says, kick Samantha out, but not back to America. Okay, Lauren says, I've added you on Facebook group and page, Instagram and Google+. Do you have any more social media? No, that's just about it. Facebook, Instagram. I have to think. Google. I have a Patreon as well. That's kind of it. Arnold Sanders says, why didn't Samantha use her money and fly to Mexico? I don't know. She was apparently in Italy, and then she's somehow made it to the UK after kind of threatening to come. Or rather, her PR manager did, and that just about says it all. PR manager? Really? Really, really, really? Paul Thompson says, sweet serenity, my friend's brother works in a senior position at Buckingham Palace. That's all I can say. Unconfirmed sources don't kind of cut it with me. But I see no reason why the Queen wouldn't get on with Meghan, or why Meghan wouldn't get on with the Queen. And there doesn't appear to be any, frictions abound. But the next time we see them together, we'll be looking very closely. But I personally do not think there's any truth in that whatsoever. Okay, I think I'm going to miss some of the Samantha comments. Sorry, guys. Lisa L says, appreciate and need all your updating information as always. Thank you so much. Jeff says, the waistcoat looks fantastic. Thank you. Maria says, hi, Elliot. It's nice to hear and see you. What's going on? Well, we're having some fun, and I'm doing my best Duchess slant in this kilt. Marlene says, hi, Elliot. Marlene here. How do you think Meghan is assimilating into British life, being a Brit, having a British accent? I don't think she has a British accent, just a very poison ladylike. Well, I think she's fitting in rather well. There's no signs that she's not. With regards to the accent, I think it was mostly non-British people that said that her accent had changed. I personally, as a British person, cannot detect any change in Meghan's accent whatsoever. I mean, obviously, if she is using British phrases, that doesn't stand out to me because I don't know which phrases are particularly British or not. For example, I think one was over the moon. I mean, is over the moon used in other parts of the world? I don't know. We say over the moon. I think that was one of the phrases that Meghan was picked up on saying, which may have made her sound more British, but to me, it just sounds like an American saying over the moon. Her accent doesn't seem to have changed one bit, but she is expected, as all people do that live in different countries, that move to other countries, that she will probably pick up, lots of, sayings and lots of lingo, and her accent may soften over time. But I don't think she's putting on an accent. I don't think she's doing a Madonna. I mean, Madonna had quite a profound change, and her accent got mocked quite a lot. Let's put it that way. But I think Madonna kind of tried to put on the accent slightly. But I don't think Meghan is doing that. I think if Meghan does have any accent changes, it will happen gradually and slowly over time. But of course, initially we may see Meghan adopting some British phrases, which may make it sound like she's changed her accent, but I really don't think she has. Megan B says, what about a royal reviewer brooch or a pin? I'd love to, but I don't know how you make them. Where do you get them from? How do you make merch? I need to look into really how to make merch. But I do know how to do the t-shirts, and I can do calendars. But like I said, the way that I'm proposing, it is quite expensive. Whatever happened to the Victoria sponge? Well, I made it and it flopped. And then I've been kind of trying to remake it, and I just haven't had the time for one thing or another. So I do need to try and remake it. But I did make it. It's in the first, my weekly vlog one. My attempt is in there. So if you haven't seen that, do go check it out. Sweet Trinity says, please stay true to your channel. Never pay attention to naysayers. Love you. Thank you so much. I'm very unwavering. This lady is not for the turning. Sam says, that's the group Republican with 7... Oh, well, I knew it was them. It wouldn't be anyone else, would it? With 7,000 signatures already, they say. Security is a government job and responsibility. Yes, it is most definitely a government job to look after the people that are turning up to, to pay their best wishes. So I think Republic just need to pipe down. They can have their freedom of speech, but they need to just... It won't get many more signatures, I can tell you. Laverne says, did you know that there is a petition to keep Dory Ragland away from London? What? They are claiming taxpayers are footing the bill. What? What? Why would anybody want to keep her away? Two, nobody can keep her away unless she's done something like some sort of heinous crime where she can get banned from the UK. So I'm afraid they're barking up the wrong tree with that one, if indeed it is even true. Have I got this year's Halloween costume? Yes, I do. And it was one of the packages which I said I wasn't going to open last week or the week before because I didn't want you to see it. So yes, the costume I am going to be wearing for Halloween was donated to the channel. Ingrid says, we don't actually know what the Queen thinks of Meghan or Catherine, do we? No way to tell. Just the same as we don't know what she thinks about Charles or Andrew or Anne. She doesn't comment on that kind of thing. But just because she doesn't comment on it doesn't mean she hates people. It's just the way it is. Thomas Boyd says, great video. Hello to you, Thomas. Lauren says, I know you're very busy, but have I thought of doing Vlogmas? Oh, Vlogmas isn't that when you do a vlog almost every day for Christmas, for all the days of Christmas? Well, I do a weekly vlog, and I kind of almost do like a daily vlog with all the videos I post. But I could look at doing a Vlogmas, or how I could incorporate my version of Vlogmas into my channel. Angelica says, does Prince Philip speak French or Greek? To be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure. He was obviously born in Greece. He was a prince of Greece, but he didn't stay there very long. So I'm not terribly convinced that he, has the language down full par. The Queen speaks fluent French, and she's a very good linguist. But in terms of Philip, I think he travelled around a little bit too much to have ever stayed in one place to learn it. I mean, obviously he may have studied a language when he was at Gordonstone, but like anyone who studies a language when they're younger, I mean, I did French, but, can I speak fluent French? No. A few phrases and words, that kind of thing, but I very much doubt if he did, it would be fluent. I very much doubt. Janet Fox says, Eugenie's China pattern reminds me of Hyacinth Bucket's Will Dalton with the hand-painted periwinkle. I thought that myself. I did see something, and I think it is on the official Buckingham Palace website, I do believe, because I remember receiving an email from them. I didn't take a really good look, but I had a quick glance. Mrs. BS79 says, in giving her approval for the Duke of Cambridge and Duke of Sussex to marry their respective wives, the Queen likes them. I see no reason why the Queen wouldn't. Ionia Flomo says, hi, I am Ionia. When are we going to see Harry and Meghan again? When they visit Sussex. So not long to wait at all. Have I watched any good BBC episodes or TV shows lately? What do I recommend? To be honest, I watch lots of YouTube these days, believe it or not. In terms of BBC, I can't think of any standout program at the moment that I've been watching. The main thing I watch from the BBC is actually the news. I have the news channels on a lot, actually. James Medford says, why is the wedding on a Friday? Well, why not a Friday? It's not a public holiday, and there haven't been any public holidays declared. There wasn't for Harry and Meghan's, so why not a Friday? It is still a private wedding, and like I say, it's not going to be televised. They have invited public guests, but they are to wait outside rather than inside. All the friends and family are inside, unlikely to be televised. So why not a Friday? Jamie says, because they don't want to miss the chat on a Saturday. I think that's a good excuse and reason. Simona says, how about a calendar online? Then we could download it and print it ourselves. I would love to see some pictures of you with all the channel gifts and with the cats. That is another good idea. I definitely need to look into this a little bit further. Ingrid says, can you please show your other half one day? We'd love to say hi. I would love to show you, but all I've got to say is camera shy, extremely camera shy. And, it's like wherever I point the camera, other direction. So yes, I would love to one day, maybe one day, when feeling brave, maybe I will be allowed to film. Blue, red, yellow, green says, why am I not on Twitter? I have a private Twitter account, but I do not have one for Royal Reviewer. I consider Twitter to be a little bit toxic, and yeah, I am not going to get into Twitter. I have a private one for private conversations, but I'm not going to get into that for the channel. I have a thing about Twitter, and it is rather toxic, and I want to stay away from the toxicity of it. Lots of keyboard warriors on Twitter, shall we say. Marilyn says, hello all, back home in Texas after a wonderful trip to Amalfi and London. Well, welcome home, and I hope you had a really, really good trip, and I know you enjoyed London. Ingrid says, you look so handsome. Thank you so much, in my kilt. Showing a little bit of ankle every now and again. That was a bit of foot. Ain't That says, I am fabulous and only missing the sash and tiara. Well, the sash is here. I have the sash. The tiara's in the other room, but I do have the sash and I do have the hat, which I may put on a little bit later before I go. But I thought it would just be too much tartan, too much overwhelming with tartan if I put them all on. Chiming in says, love your Duchess slant. Thank you so much. I am definitely trying to keep up with the Duchess slant. Maria says, I love the British accent. Oh, thank you so much. Sorry if I'm skipping a few questions. Will we ever get to meet you? If ever I do a meet and greet. I would like a bit of a meet-up, yes. Brian says, Over the Moon is used, but mostly by the older generations in the US. Oh, we use it all the time in the UK. Over the moon this, over the moon that. There's too many moons to go over. Kathy says, Elliot, did you get an invite to the wedding? No, I didn't get an invite to the wedding. But there were, to be fair, there were 100,000 applicants and only, 1,200 could get picked. So, I shouldn't feel too bad. The odds were against me, I have to say. Anita says, Megan lived in Canada for 7 years, and to me, her accent sounds more Canadian. I wouldn't quite know the difference, I have to say. Danielle says, as an American, Megan sounds like an American. Over the moon is also a common expression here. Well, there you go. People were commenting on it, and I didn't really know whether it was used in America or not. Derek says, over the moon is said in the US. Also, the Duchess of Sussex has a generic American accent. I hear no British accent when she speaks. Yeah, I can't hear any British accent either. And lots of people saying over the moon. Masla says, when I lived in Florida for 5 years and came back north to visit, my friend said I sounded like I had a southern accent on some of my wordage. I couldn't hear it, but they could. Yeah, I think her accent may soften slightly and she may adopt more British words and sayings, but I don't think it's really noticeable yet. People agreeing with me about Megan's accent. How about coffee mugs? I'd love a whole range of merch, but I need to find somewhere that does everything. Ingrid says, I'm very happy Megan is a proud American. And yes, don't forget to give me a big old thumbs up if you're watching. What is the outfit I'm wearing? It is the Royal Scottish Tartan. And it's a waistcoat and a kilt. And I have my my replica queen brooch, which is the star. And I have some Scottish plume brooches going on, and a Scotland and a Scottish saltire and the Union Jack flag pin. Ah, yes, and a tartan scarf, a tartan bow tie, and a sash over there. Lots of people liking the idea of Vlogmas, which is a vlog every day over Christmas. What would I say every day? Ain't that says Philip speaks French and German. Who knows how fluently? Texan says Prince Philip said he's Danish and said he was related to the Russian past royal family. I'd say he's a Heinz 57, like a lot of us folks. Like I said, I think he moved around a lot when he was younger. Jamie says, better not buy the new cup and saucer for Elizabeth, dear. She'd fling it. Connie says, saw the Queen of the World on YouTube in the States. Yes, the second part is out this Tuesday. I did do a review of Queen of the World, so do go and check that out, where I literally go through it all and give you all my thoughts and comments. What did you guys think of it? Go over to that video, watch it, and leave a comment there, because I really enjoyed it. I just thought it was repetitive in places, well, within a particular bit, which I talk about in that video. But I am very much looking forward to part 2. Yes, I have got a hat. Shall we put the hat on? I forgot how it goes now. Hang on. I'm not going to have it on like fully. I will just kind of, I think it goes a bit like this. So I don't really want to like completely squash my hair. And I'll wear it more like a beret. There we go. Just so I've got a bit of peakage with the hair. Woohoo! Karen says, hi Elliot, just tuned in and I find your channel very refreshing. And aren't you looking very dapper? I received my cookbook Wednesday and want to try the green rice recipe first. If I was going to do one, I'd want to probably do the samosas, perhaps. Ingrid says, good night. Good night, Ingrid. No, I don't think Eugenie's wedding is going to be on TV. No indication of that whatsoever. Maya J says Prince Philip speaks French as he lived there for 9 years with his family when they were saved by warship. He also speaks German, but no Danish, though. He considers himself more Danish than anything else. Well, 9 years is a long time to pick up a language. But like I say, you know, how much can you speak now? I think when people learn languages, even if you can do them rather well, unless you keep up the practice of it, words can slip and languages can kind of go slightly. I mean, having never spoken a second language fluently, Is it like riding a bike? Once you've learned it, do you never forget? I don't entirely know. Maybe someone who speaks 2 languages could let me know. How much do you have to kind of keep up with your non-native language before things start to slip? I would be quite interested to know. FaceTube says, Elliot, hope I'm healed up by October so I can start filming season 2. Shoot, I'm even planning stuff for season 3. Season 3 of what? What do you film? Ingrid says, oh, that's no excuse. Tell him he's loved no matter what. I will tell him. I will tell him for you. No, my partner doesn't quite share the same interest in the royal family as me. Definitely not. Yes, Prince Philip is related to Queen Victoria. Pam G says, finally joining everyone today. Welcome, Pam. Running Late says, I don't like Twitter. Jamie says, lots of keyboard warriors everywhere. Yes, but in particular on Twitter. Mrs. BSN says, I watched Queen of the World on YouTube. It was very good. It was odd for the continual references back to the Duchess of Sussex and her dress, but as they referenced Commonwealth, it made sense. Yes, it made sense, but it was just they kept repeating the same bit over and over again, at least 3 times, which I thought was quite annoying. I'd have rather have seen maybe something which they cut out in that time. Maybe we could have got a little bit of extra footage. And maybe that's why they left it in to cover up the fact they didn't have enough footage. Ooh, conspiracy theories. And yes, I have put on the hat, and it is the Royal Stuart Tartan. Mrs. BSN says, we are so glad you're back. To Jamie, it was out of control last week. Yes, we had to make do, didn't we? Well done, everyone, for persevering last week. But now that Jamie's back, he can take it all in hand. How am I going to turn off the chat without standing up? I can lean over and do the keyboard like this. Rhonda Malone Blair says, 245 watching. Please, everyone watching, give me a big old thumbs up. Yes, please do. Nora says, looking sharp in the Stuart Tartan. Thank you so much. Oh, tea reminder. Yes, I need to drink. If you don't remind me, I forget, and then my fluids go all down, and I get very dry. Okay, that's nice. Nice and refreshing. And it is, of course, my London cup. I know I show it every week, but that is my London cup. And it keeps my tea very hot. In fact, it's still steaming. I don't know if you saw the steam. But, back to the Duchess slant. I don't want any mishaps. Do I follow the fashion scene? Oh, do you mean in terms of female fashion or male fashion? I kind of wear what I like in terms of male fashion. I don't know. I think I'm against paying like literally hundreds of pounds for a designer t-shirt, that kind of thing. But, the high street shops do lots of male fashion really, really well these days. So you can kind of keep up with fashion. And of course, whatever Meghan and Catherine wears always makes big news. Jamie says, Vlogmas, a whole week of Elliot eating turkey sandwiches. I think it's more like a whole month, basically. Marion says, 244 people on the live chat. Wow, everyone give the chat a big old thumbs up. Yes, please do. Please give me a big old thumbs up. Ingrid says, you do a fab channel. Thank you so much. Do I think Meghan's going to meet Samantha? No, I don't. I don't think she will open herself up to legitimizing being ambushed. I think that would be a major red line that Samantha is going to cross if she tries. Michael Bowes, Mike says, I would definitely check out a number of the big YouTubers and see what companies they use for merch if you haven't already done that. Yes, as long as they're not too expensive. I'm not a really huge YouTuber. I have my own special family following, as I call it, but these people like Shane Dawson and Trisha and all these people that have merch, not quite at, you know, the millions of subscribers, which I'd like to be. I really want to get to 100,000. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do, because with YouTube, once you get to 100,000 subscribers, it opens up more features as a creator that you can use. So, you know, there's different community things and that kind of thing, which I could open up to you guys if I have 100,000 subscribers or more. And at the moment, I don't. So I kind of feel like, you know, you're not getting the full effect. So I need to get those numbers up at least to 100,000. You know, so if you're not subscribed and you're watching, please do, because it really does help. But coincidentally, numbers of subscribers doesn't always equate to the number of views you get. Most definitely not, because if it did, then that means I would be having, you know, 65,000 views at least per video, and it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out like that. But if we get up to 100,000, then I can open up more things in the community section for you guys. Chiming in says, I am very good at reading accents. If I thought she was putting it on, I'd say so. Lisa Grumman says, it would be easy to catch the British accent. When the Minnesota cousins, I begin using them a Midwest accent. And how about chatting with US Southerners? So easy to catch their neat accents too. I mean, again, if you're tuned into accents, you would kind of know. Janet Fox says, I just watched Queen of the World and Meghan sounded very natural and unaffected by a British accent. Marilyn says, Vlogmas would be a whole week of Elliot eating fried chicken fillet with mayo or making his tuna with hummus mixture. Oh, it would. I thought Vlogmas was a whole month. Is it a week or a month? I think it's a whole month. Oh, Vinny says, please open a gift. Yvette says, you are so Scottish, Sean Connery, when he was younger. Maybe, who knows? Jamie says, the Queen should make a video to the Republicans. You will still need me. You will still feed me when I'm 94. Oh, the song, like the tune 64. I get it. I think so. Yes, I am okay. Thank you so much, Barbara. Jamie says, languages are like a muscle. Use it or lose it. Ingrid would love a meetup. I would too. Maybe we should do a little meet and greet, but it would have to be somewhere where that could accommodate everybody that may want to turn up. Jamie says, my partner doesn't share the same interest as me either. Oh, wait. I don't know if The Queen of the World's on Netflix. I wouldn't have thought so, because it's not a Netflix production, and ITV is still kind of in the process of showing it, so maybe not yet. Yes, there probably is around about 126 or more dialects in England, probably. Yes, it would have been nice to have seen more of Catherine. It would. Maybe in part 2. Let's reserve judgment. Candice says, I keep looking at the buttons on your vest, really shiny and pretty. I can't get over how great you look. You must have some Scottish blood because you suit it extremely well. Well, I don't think I do. But if you want to see the buttons up close, there they are, look. I'm hoping you can kind of see them. My goodness. This kilt. Look, I can do another twirl. If you missed my twirl earlier. There we go. But yes, I could do like a little pin there, and then I could kind of like, yeah, tuck it. I'm having to do that, and then okay, push that bit down, and then that wasn't very ladylike, was it? I'm gonna do that again. Okay, this is how you sit like a duchess. So you sit down, hands on your leg, and then you just slant, and you just cross your ankles at the bottom in your heels, and there you're doing a perfect duchess slant. There you go. I'm just kind of go down a few of the comments because I want to kind of get to the bottom so that I'm live with you guys. Jamie says, you dress properly for a laird. Thank you so much. Nora says, Christmas is daily vlogs. Yeah, I think it's daily for the whole month, I think. Okay, just going down. MB says Samantha is a stalker. No, I don't know how long she's staying in the UK. That is Samantha Markle, of course. Oh, Pam G donated $1.99. Thank you so much, Pam. Yellow fan flap to you. Woohoo! Thank you so much. It all really does help. Ingrid says, I think Megan is correct in cutting her sick family off. Very strong opinions. Floss and Rog Payne, interesting name, says, yup, I love my collection of royal knickknacks too. I like my collection of royal knickknacks as well. Jamie says, Vlogmas should be all year. Sandringham is too nice. It is. I do love Sandringham. Oh, have I ever done the Scottish dance that the Queen does at the Gillies Ball? No, I haven't, but I would love to learn how to do that, especially in this kilt. Life and Time says all men should wear a kilt. Maybe they should. Maya says Queen of the World was interesting in some parts, but repetitive in others. It was repetitive in a few places, I have to say. Ingrid says, oh my God, I didn't know you were wearing a kilt. That's fabulous. Yes, it is. It's a kilt. It's not tartan trousers. It's a kilt. Then he says, you are priceless. Yvette says, wow. W says, love mayonnaise. However, I gave hummus a try and I must say it's wonderful. I'm trying it with tuna next. Yes, hummus and tuna. Who knew? Mix it together like a mousse. Evelyn says, I missed the twirl earlier. Thanks for the repeat. I just love your blogs and videos. Thank you so much. Lillian Rose says, great twirl. Yes, Meghan will become an official British citizen, but she still has to go through the same procedures. You know, within a couple of years, she'll definitely have, if it's not fast-tracked, of course. Massa says, oh my, legs for miles, or should I say? Jamie says, we should do a meetup next November in London and all go to Buckingham Palace. Oh, that would be great. I would love that, actually. No, I have not been out in the garden doing the Khyber toss. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. Let's keep it clean. Jamie says, Maya, they can share. Can't feed the Republicans. Let's not feed the Republicans. Let them eat cake. Any sightings of Harry and Meghan's new doggy? No. Which makes me wonder, was it a true story or not? They were reporting that she had, but we haven't seen it. Maybe we will one day. Scott Goff has a kilt. I'm not going to read all of that comment. Procedure says, if you want to see the documentary Queen of the World, part 1, oh no, it's not on Bon Appetit anymore. It's gone. I looked myself and it appears to have vanished. Perhaps they didn't have, I don't know, it says it was removed by ITV. So there you go. Maybe try and look elsewhere. Oh yes, meeting at the Orangery at Kensington Palace. That would be another good one. And quite a nice venue as well. Open a package, you're saying. And I'm nearly at the bottom. So there we go. Martha says, Elliot, if you walk down your street in that outfit, I'll donate $10. Lillian Rosie is laughing at let them eat cake. Rhonda wants to try the hummus and tuna. What type of hummus? I would recommend one with a bit of a kick to it. So I have caramelized onion, or there's like red chili pepper. Maybe try one with a bit of a kick, and then mix it with the. But it also works with plain. Book Princess says, "Oh my God, I remember." Elliot told because of the building offices under it. Oh yes, it is closed, isn't it? It's closed at the moment because they are building the offices underneath. That is true, but who knows? It might be open next year. Bella says ITV has the rights. I watched it last night on Bon Appetit. Well, it's gone now. It's totally gone. Where might I go in that outfit? I do not know. Where would be appropriate? I would like to see more of Prince Louis too. I think the next time we may see him, we may see some photos. Oh, could be the Christmas card photo. Okay, now these two here. I have two very big things, which I'm afraid I'm going to tease you with. Okay, there's two big things there. I'm going to tease you with them because I want you to watch the weekly vlog, because I'm going to open these two packages for my weekly vlog, because I think I know what they are. They are from my wish list, and I think I know pretty much what they are, but I don't know which one is which. And I think we will get a lot more of the full effect if I open it like a pre-recorded opening. So I am going to open these on my weekly vlog, which of course I will probably film myself opening them as soon as we go off air tonight. But there is one that I am going to open today, and actually I have not a clue what this is. I really don't. I really have no idea what it is. I can't remember one bit. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Oh, I am a professional now. Oh, I'm not. It broke. No, I'm not professional. It broke. Okay, there you go. Let's see what it is. Ooh, okay. We have notes. I like a note because it kind of... Let's read the gift card first. Okay. It says, thought you would enjoy this. I might be able to use it in one of your wonderful videos. Enjoy your gift. And it is from Maya J. Thank you so much, Maya. So I don't need to read this one because I already know it's from Maya. So, oh, there's two. There's two things. Oh my goodness. Oh, Maya, you're spoiling me. Okay. I'm going to do a field test. It feels like books. It does feel like books. Okay, let's start with this one. The one that I read. So, don't you just love the gift wrap on these little bows? In fact, what I have been doing is keeping the bags, and I'm going to use them at Christmas for gifts. But wow, look! Oh my god! See, I have no idea what this is actually. Okay, come out! Oh no, it's not coming out. I think I might have to actually really undo the bow. Okay, it's coming now. What is it? Oh, it's the cookbook again. Thank you so much, Maya. I now have two because, of course, there was one that I put on the wish list, and I managed to get the other one because it said it was going to sell out. So now I've got two. But that's really good because I'm going to keep one for me, and I'm going to give. Well, my dad won't know because he doesn't watch the live chats. But so shh. I am going to give one to my dad as a Christmas present because he does like Asian food and he is a really good cook. Whereas I don't cook, he's a really good cook. And I think he is going to really make some lovely food from this. So if he makes something from it, I can have it and vlog it and include it in my weekly chats. So thank you so much. This is amazing, and I do absolutely love the cookbook. The foreword is really nice to read, and you know there are so many really lovely recipes, including the sneaky samosas which Harry stole. So thank you so much, Maya. Now let's go to the next one. I think the card will probably be the same. Oh no, it says enjoy your gift. I've had my Mrs. Beaton for years. It's falling apart from Maya J. I think I know what it is now. I think it's the Mrs. Beaton book. And I'll show you what it is. Wow. Okay. Oh, it is. Put that on the floor. It's Mrs. Beaton's Book of Household Management. This is a classic. It was written in 1861. Classic with advice on cooking, cleaning, childbearing, entertaining, and more from Isabella Beaton. Forward by Sarah A. Chrisman. So this is kind of like a republishing of a very old book, and it's kind of like, you know, a snapshot of how to live like in 1861. So this is fabulous. And I did want to, well, the reason why I added this to my wish list was because there's so many different things that you could turn into videos. Like, for example, I mean, if I'm going to just flick to a page and see what it says. Like, there's a recipe for apple jam to make cherry brandy. It's not just recipes, like general remarks and anecdotes, and wow, there's so much, and things on etiquette as well. Wow, ooh, like this. So after dinner invitations may be given, by which we wish to be understood invitations for the evening. The time of the arrival of these visitors will vary according to their engagements, or sometimes will be varied in obedience to the caprices of fashion. Oh, how fabulous! I love it. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you. I will have a really good perusal of this. Thank you so much, Maya. Big fan flap to Maya for that, because they are really amazing. And I'm sorry, but I am going to open these in my weekly vlog. So I'm afraid I have been a little bit of a tease tonight. Lots of people saying, thanking Maya, or Maya, I think it's pronounced. Your name is pronounced. Laverne says that is just wrong. It is not nice to tease us. I'm sorry, but I wanted to show you that I didn't just have, 2 things come. I had 4 things. When is the Scottish hamper taste test? There is so much food. I was trying to think of the best way to do it. And I'm thinking maybe if I had a group of friends to kind of try it in a live chat, that's probably the best way of trying it, because there is so much food for me to get through in that hamper unless I do it in separate parts. And yes, the wrapping is lovely. Yes, I am wearing underwear. Cindy says that's exactly why I like this chat. It's wholesome. I do try. And that's why I'm doing the Duchess slant. Chiming in says my cookbook is still not here yet. It will be at some point. Texan says, what are samosas? They are kind of like, they're pastry, kind of filled with like a savoury filling. They're quite hard to describe, but hang on, there may be, I forgot where it was in the book, but they are in here. Where were they? Well, oh, here you go. These are samosas. They are vegetable samosas, and yeah, they include like frozen peas and that kind of thing. So those are the samosas that Harry stole, or rather, he kind of sneakily hid behind his back. A lot of people saying nice gifts. Chef says, are you wearing anything under that kilt? That is the question. Well, maybe a little bit of... That's all. Yes, I am. I'm wearing underwear. Is there any recommendations in that book on how to deal with trolls? Well, maybe there might be recommendations for unwanted visitors. PP says you're looking rather butch tonight. Really? In this outfit? Does it look butch? Really? It's probably about the only time in my life I have looked butch. Does it really look butch? Like, I'm wearing almost a dress, a skirt. It's a kilt, but does it look butch? I don't know. And yes, I am teasing. D-Sweet says, sorry I'm late. You look amazing in your Scottish regalia. Thank you so much. Ralph got his cookbook. What are you going to make from it? Have I seen 2 channels, Gentleman's Gazette and Sartorial Talks, 2 great channels. I love even... No, I haven't. I'll have to take a look at them. But I'm going to screen grab your comment, because no doubt I will probably... oh no, what's happened to my screen? My screen's gone funny. Oh no, hang on. I'm going to screen grab that so that I can find it later. Jamie says, practical approach, Betsy, I like it. Dion says, Elliot, you flirt. Charming says, woohoo, hot legs, thank you. Legs are normally, I have the saying that legs should never be seen, they are for walking on. Wendy says, love your humour, thank you. Maya says, did I get a package from me via my box? The last time I went to my box was a few days ago, and what I've opened is what was either in there or what came to my door. Like I say, I do have these still to open, but if there's anything else, I haven't received anything just yet. Oh, Maya, hang on a minute. How long have you been here? Were you here when I opened your gift? Or is it a different one? Did you send something else? Let me know. And if not, I'll maybe go to my box in a few days' time as well. Kathy G says, if your father doesn't want to be seen cooking one of the recipes, he could wear one of your one of the masks. My dad would probably be okay with it, actually. Sheila says, the people who complain about how much the royal family cost, why not suggest that from the money they make for Britain, they pay themselves and keep the difference after tax? Would it be too much? Well, you see, the Queen, all of the royal estates, all added up together, make billions a year for the UK, and in return, the Queen has a profit on that. But technically, if she kept all of it, because technically she holds it all in trust for the nation, then she would have, what, 800, 900, £1 billion a year income coming in. So the UK taxpayer gets a really good deal out of the monarchy in terms of finance. So once all the figures are added up, it always comes out that the British taxpayer, gets the better deal, the best end of the stick, so to say. Betty says, lovely leg. Thank you. And it says, butch. That's a confusing statement. Everyone is butch and femme in their own ways. Martha says, Captain Underpants. Candice says, you do not look butch. You look wonderful. Thank you. Jamie says, you should watch Royal Reviewer. Elliot, I'd say you would like it. I think everyone would like Royal Reviewer. Why not? Go for it. Maya says, Pamji, thank you. Then saw he's bought Megan's. I did, but I didn't know someone else. I didn't know you'd bought it off the wish list. I put it on the wish list first, and then I saw that it was selling out. So I thought, oh no, I can't wait for someone to get it as a gift. I need to just get it. So I got it. So I've got two. But like I say, I'm not the cook of the family. My dad is a really, really good cook. So I'm thinking, like I say, if I give one to him for Christmas, I'm thinking I'm going to get quite a few of those recipes coming my way. So it will not go to waste, because if I do have anything, if he does cook the things from this book, I will be showing them on the channel. So do not worry, it is going to benefit this channel. Seaside Mom says the leg shot should definitely be in the thumbnail of this live chat. That should up the viewers. Really? A little bit of leg, does it? I don't know. Yes, I do need some tartan socks. Vinny Blair says, if you can get taste testers, then do so, and please open the Scottish treats. That's a tongue twister. Taste testers, Scottish treats. Say that fast 3 times. Oh, yes. Candice, do have some fabulous things brought your way. They are amazing. You will definitely enjoy them. You definitely need them in your life. Once you've had them, you will be hooked. Jamie says the royal estates earn upwards of 200 million. The Queen keeps 15%. Well, there you go. So the UK gets a very good deal out of it. And I will watch those channels. I've taken a screen grab. I'm having love from Trinidad. Thank you so, so much. Depression level 10. Chiming in says, my partner isn't into the royal family either. Well, we can't have it always, can we, sometimes? Yes, it is time for a sip of tea. You do have to keep on reminding me. Because I am terrible at it, I must admit. A big gulp. But yes, I am rather loving the kilt, I have to say. So I probably won't wear it again this year. So I'm going to have a little bit of a jig in it. What do you think? Oh, by the way, the back of the waistcoat is lovely too. If I just kind of get down a little bit, maybe you can see the back of the waistcoat, because the waistcoat is really nice too. There we go. So this is the kilt, and I'm wearing a simple white shirt, and it kind of buckles at the side there, and it buckles at the side there, and I think that's how you put it on. I didn't do a video. I didn't watch like a how to put on a kilt video. I just kind of did that, and it is. Maybe like a big pin thing would actually really go nice there. And then obviously, it keeps it. And if there's a gust of wind, you can do a Marilyn Monroe moment there going on. So yes, and back into the Duchess slant. There we go. I think I'm getting used to this now. I'm not going to twerk. And yes, I do need a sporran. Rhonda says, if Princess Eugenie had chosen to get married next year, do you think people would be as critical? Well, by all accounts, she wanted to get married earlier, but she had to kind of put it off because of Harry, to make way for Harry going first. Now, I don't know how true that is, but it sounds like something that maybe could be true. I'm not going to say it is, and I'm not going to say it's fake either. It could be true. So I think, she probably gets stick no matter when she got married, from the people that literally just want to moan. Jamie says you should open those things now. Running Late says, can't wait to see Meghan's reaction when she views the USA declaration when they visit Sussex on October the 3rd. Yes, they have a copy of it. It will be rather interesting. Dee Dee says, I missed most of the chat. Can't wait for the playback. Yes, if you've missed any, you can always watch on catch up. I like chamomile tea. Hiccup, hiccup. Okay, do you dab? I'm not very good at the dab. Dab. I'm not very good at the dab, I have to say. Good night to Kelly. Lisa says, I always love how the UK uses the term Christmas, as it is now used less in the US. Really? You don't say Christmas? I definitely do need a sporran. Jamie says, if the kilt fell off, it would be the funniest moment ever. No, it wouldn't. Me stood here in my pants. It would not be funny. PP says, that kilt shows off your bum. Lovely. Please wear it more often. Maya J is swooning. Jamie says, yes, well done. Right into the slant. Catherine always recycles her gift bags too. They're amazing gift bags, though. Like, why wouldn't I reuse them? They're amazing. The gift bag is almost a gift in itself, I have to say. Betsy's laughing at Jamie. Winifred says, you're too much. W says, Elliot, could you give a brief account of how and when you started your channel and any other bits? I started it, when was it? Okay, it was probably, was it 2016? And I literally just made one video. It was the video about Princess Diana's apartment, and it's still my most viewed video with like 1.5 million views. And I look back now at it and I cringe, because it was recorded on like my old phone. It was just me literally just talking. The microphone audio is like completely off. You can hear every single like mouth noise that I make. Oh, I can't bear to watch it. And even the app I was using to record it cut it off before the end. So it's actually a much more reduced version than what I actually recorded, but it cut it off because I didn't have all the equipment back then. So yes, to me, I hate the video. It's really crude. But I don't want to get rid of it because everyone has a first video that they make on YouTube. And that's my first video. And it's rather sweet in its own little way. And it's kind of like an amoebic me forming. So I've left it on there for posterity, really. But I don't actually like that video. And I don't actually even want to hear it ever again because it makes me cringe. In fact, I'm thinking of maybe redoing that video at some point, up to the standard that I like it now, because of course I have moved on quite a lot since then. So that was my first video. Then I kind of had a break. I didn't post any more videos. I mean, I literally just made that video because I thought it'd be fun to do. I was bored. So I left it about 6 months, and noticed that the video was taking off and it was getting lots of views. Then I kind of thought, oh, I want to make another one. It was round about the birth of Princess Charlotte, I think. I think it was around about Princess Charlotte's birth. And I thought, I want to make a few videos. So I made a few videos. I was making maybe like one a week or, one every other week. Then I had another break of about 8 months. So the first break was about 6 months, made a few videos. Then I had a break of about 8 months. And then I thought, oh, actually, I'd quite like to do, maybe a couple a week. So then I started doing a couple a week. Then that moved to trying to do one a day. And it was really, really hard to do one day because back then I was literally writing a whole article for each video and then trying to sync it up and match was really, really hard, I have to say. Then I found a quicker way of doing it, and that sped things up. So I could maybe do at least, 1 or 2 videos a day. And then it just kind of went from there and there and there. And, I started doing my live chats about, a year and a half? Is it coming up to 2 years now? I don't know. I started doing those and that kind of took off. So it's just been a gradual increase and progression since then. And of course, I enjoy doing it so much. Rhonda, Christine says, love you, Elliot. Thank you so much. Rhonda says, that is an unfortunate. I think that sometimes the people forget the royals are people and have all the same emotions, feelings and experiences that everyone else has. I would agree with that. Well, by the way, I haven't put my sash on yet. I didn't want to put it on as well because I thought I might be a bit hot. So here we go. We are going for full out tartan now. There we go. The full on tartan look. Could you get any more tartan? Seriously. Depression level 10 says, question, I would like to send some snacks from Trinidad for you to taste. Do you have a PO box address? I do, and Jamie can provide the address in the chat. If you would, Jamie. Jamie says, I could hear Prince Philip screaming, no, you idiot. From that clip of him on the horse. Yes, I'm sure he would be. Lisa says the US uses the term holidays to be more inclusive. Really? It's a religious holiday. It's Christmas. You can't be inclusive. It's a religious holiday. It's Christmas. If you're not of, if you don't want to celebrate Christmas, don't celebrate it. You don't have to be included. Oh, my goodness. Don't get me started. Triggered. Cindy says, I would love the veggie samosas. Oh, okay. I really am triggered. Back to the holidays thing. Do they try and make Diwali more inclusive? Do they change the word Diwali? Do they change the word Ramadan? Do any other religious festivals change their name to be more inclusive? No, it is a religious festival because it's a religious festival. Ugh. Okay. Rant over. Yes, Prince Philip is likely to go to Eugenie's wedding. I can't see why he wouldn't. Donna says, I think the basting stitch around the mid-kilt is meant to only hold the pleats while in transit. Oh, I can remove them. I didn't know that. Yes, I did see the little stitches, but I didn't know if it was part of it or not. So can I remove them? I need expert advice. But yes, it does have stitches. I noticed them, and I didn't know if I could remove them or not. Lillian Rowan says, in Dubai, they say Christmas. I mean, have they changed the name Hanukkah? Oh, don't get me started. I'm going to give changing religious festivals to be more inclusive a black fan. There we go. I'll put it in room 101. My goodness. Lisa L says, I'll have to catch your Diana apartment video, not realizing it was yours. Yes, it's mine, sadly. No, I should be proud of it. I should be proud of it because it was the video that launched the channel. But like I say, it is a very embryonic stage of me. It's like an amoeba. Maya says, didn't send anything else, but an early comment made me think I'd missed your opening. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. So I was worried then that something that you'd sent something and it got lost or something. Yes, love Harry and Meghan using public transportation. Lee Blair says, did you say on the video that it was your first? If you did, nothing to cringe about. No, I didn't say it was my first. I just launched straight into it. In fact, I had a rather blasé attitude about it because I didn't have any subscribers, so or anyone to impress or anyone. I didn't feel, like I had to be anything. I just put some photos up and spoke about them. It was a very conversational style of narration, I have to say. One that I probably don't do now. Maybe I should. I don't know. Let me know. I mean, should I go back to that? I don't know. But it was very conversational in tone. Yeah, maybe not my favorite video now, I have to say. Do I have a replica of the Spencer tiara? Yes, I do. I do indeed. Maybe I'll wear it next week. Running Late says, I love your channel. Thank you so much. Oh, what's not true, Cindy? I didn't quite catch what was true or not true. Ingrid says, the Pallade is my favourite. Kathy is off. I will see you next week, hopefully. Oh, no, hang on. I have news about next week. I may not be able to be in chat next week. I'm not going to say I definitely can't, but I think I probably likely won't be able to make chat next week because my partner is off work and I don't know if we're doing something, if we're going out somewhere. So I may not be able to do a live chat. But of course, I am going to carry on doing my weekly vlog. So if I have anything like really important that I want to say, like what I would do now, I'll just say it in the weekly vlog. But of course, I will let you know in the community section of my YouTube channel if I am or if I'm not going to make it. So I just thought I'd let you know now that, this may be the last chat for a couple of weeks. PP says, I'm so glad you persevered with the videos from Shropshire. Yes, I mean, everything developed from there. Really, really did. Joanne Corn says, Elliot, do not remake your first video. It just shows how you have evolved and something to look back on. I think everyone has, like I say, their first time of doing something. Tess says, red is my colour. Thank you so much. When will Harry and William have an appearance together again without the wives? I don't know. They still haven't announced the full calendar, but I wouldn't imagine it would be anytime soon, because obviously, Harry will be off to Australia and Fiji and Tonga. William's doing his own program of engagements. Catherine will be back to work. Meghan will be starting her individual program of work. I think they're going to be very, very busy. The next time would likely be some kind of heads together event, perhaps, when they all come together for the Royal Foundation to talk about mental health. Lillian says, my lord. Jamie says, who knows if Philip is going to the wedding? He might break the other hip. Depends on the mood the Queen is in, if you know what I mean. No, the Queen will not be doing that business. The Queen is a refined young lady. No, I think he'll be there. I really do. Cindy says, you look Scottish. Thank you. I've tried today. How could I not look? If somebody turned up and said I didn't look Scottish, I think I'd be a bit shocked. I really would. It is the Royal Scottish. Yeah, the Royal Scottish tartan. And Jamie has just posted my PO box address for anyone who wants to send me a letter or anything like that. Rhonda says strike a pose in the outfit. Well, I haven't showed off the sash. I could probably do with another pin. I did a single pin, but I could probably do with another pin just to pin it back there as well. But yes, this is like the whole outfit with sash. There we go. Again at the back, if you've not seen it, apparently I can remove the stitching on it, and yes, it does kind of, it does kind of show a bit of ankle, but that's kind of it, and very neatly and discreetly into the Duchess land. Jamie says Jesus would be spinning in his grave. Scott Goff says Christmas is just a winter solstice festival hijacked from pagans by Christians. Maya says Jamie and a few eye rolls. Yes, Jamie, I think you should update your picture. Betsy says yes, remove the stitches. Lots of people talking about what they call Christmas. I do need a tartan fan. You're right. Jojo says, Elliot, agreed. It's Christmas, take it or leave it. Well, if you're not that religion, you don't have to celebrate Christmas, regardless of whether it's everywhere or not. Does it matter? I mean, the actual Santa Claus bit isn't religious, is it? Santa Claus is something completely different. So, if you're a non-Christian and you don't want to celebrate Christmas, you can still do the whole Santa thing, because Santa isn't even connected to Christianity. It's just something that was added on. Was it from Germany? I think so. You can still do Santa. There's no reason why you can't do Santa. Mrs. BSN says, we say those who celebrate it do so, those who don't have a day off. Where is the wish list? Link in description. Ingrid says, this channel has taken a turn, but so what? Life changes. What sort of a turn? Rhonda says, looking forward to my return after 2-week hiatus. It will, and I will really miss you guys. If I'm not able to make it next week, I really will miss you guys. I know. What will I do without our weekly chat? Well, 1 week, but it's almost like 2 weeks, isn't it? Because from now until next Saturday, and then from next Saturday until then, it kind of works out almost 2 weeks, doesn't it? Thank you, Jamie, for posting the link. Yes, this is my outfit. Yvette says that was much more than ankle. Chiming it says amazing balls, and no, I didn't pick. Scottish meatballs. Rhonda says totally amused me with that one. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you for the pose. D Sweet says, I am open to all religious holidays and celebrations. Plus, I grew up saying it my whole life. My mom was an atheist too and said Merry Christmas too. I guess we are just weirdos. Well, in the UK, we have all kinds of religious holidays. We have Hanukkah, we have Diwali, we have Ramadan. Do I get offended if people celebrate their religious holidays? No, I do not. They can celebrate whatever they want. So, do I get offended if then we have to alter Christmas? Yes, I do get offended. So just stop. Stop with the amending things. It's okay to have your own religious holidays, whatever they may be. I just had a feeling that I wanted to kind of look a bit regal in my attire, so I'm going to do a little bit of lounging. Shall we? Oh no! Don't do that. I'm going to have to try and do the Duchess slant, but like lying down. Okay, there we go. How does that look? If I move the cushions, I've got lots of cushions. I have my beaver cushion as well, look. There we go. Because it's really bouncy and it keeps my back nice. So I put that there. Right. Okay, how does that look? Do I look like the Queen Mother lounging? There we go. I feel like I'm at Balmoral. There we go. A little bit more relaxed. Yes, I do need a kilt pin and a sash. I know I don't have the complete outfit. Texan says it's better to give than receive. Jamie's laughing. Kathy G's laughing. I didn't have a Prince Philip moment. You didn't see anything. I recovered really quickly. No, you didn't. You did not nearly have a sighting. No, it was not peekaboo. Mary says, okay, another question. Has the general attitude of the Republic changed towards Camilla? I think there has been a shift. I think you will still get the, die-hard Diana supporters who will only see Diana's side of the story. But I think, in general, people, there has been a shift. I would definitely say so. Yes, I am lucky it's not in HD. And no, it wasn't a whoopsie, we almost had a Prince Philip moment. It was not a peekaboo. I am just literally lounging now. There we go. I'm trying to do the slant, but like down. There we go. Keep down. There we go. Oh, I can move my stash, can't I? There we go. Stash. Am I dressing up for the wedding? Ooh, top hat. I definitely need my top hat bringing out. Okay, I need my thumbnail. Right, I need to make a thumbnail. So we're going to have... Okay, I always like to make a thumbnail at some point in the video. So I'm trying to think. How can I do it? How can I do it? This is terrible. Right, thumbnail. I'm trying to look regal, by the way. There we go. Right, we have to make a thumbnail, don't we? It may not be the one I end up using. How am I going to reach the computer now? I'm going to have to do it. Oh, I'm going to have to do the Duchess slide. Okay, I've invented a new one. It's the Duchess slide. Okay, how to remove yourself from this lying down position elegantly. Okay, let me think about this. I think I'm going to base it on how you get in and out of a car. So it's legs together, so firmly together, like you're in your slant, and then slide. Like that, elegantly up. There we go, and then into the slant. I did it, there we go. I think I did that rather well, I have to say. Candy says you're so modest and yet a big tease. Ms. Mizar says, okay, it's getting iffy now. There was nothing exposed. No, I did not Prince Philip you. Mrs. VSM says, when you watch the footage, you'll see. You did not see anything. You didn't see it. No, there was no sighting. Was there a sighting? There was no sighting. I did not Prince Philip you. Jamie says, my stomach is sore. That you did not see anything. I was doing the slant the whole time. Yes, I do have a regal profile. Thank you. Joanne Corn says you are too much. I did not show a thing. I'll have you know. Right. A little bit of fluids, I think. Okay, I am doing a slightly longer chat tonight because, like I say, it may be my last one for a while. When I say a while, I mean just missing a week. It was not a sighting. Chiming in says, I'd say if there was a sighting. Kenny says, nothing exposed. No, there wasn't anything exposed. There was nothing grey or white. I'm not wearing white pants. Marilyn says, me too. I've been laughing so hard. I keep yelling at the screen. Keep your knees together. They are together. There was no sighting. Jamie, I need you to confirm or deny. Was there any sighting? Oh, my goodness. I am wearing pants. Running Late says, we will miss you. I will miss you guys too. I really, really will. I have to say. Oh, my goodness, this kilt is more problematic. It's very problematic, I have to say. Look, it's definitely on properly, so you didn't see anything popping out. There was nothing popping out at all. Absolutely nothing. It was like, look, it's all totally together. Look, there's no gaps. In fact, the stitching is still on, so you can't possibly see anything. It's fine. And I had my legs together the whole time. So there was no... I was in the Duchess slant the whole time. Ilmabot says, done with this, good night. Okay, I am definitely going to leave the chat for tonight now. So, like I say, I will let you know on the community section of the channel if I am able to make it next week or not. I may do it maybe like a midweek. So look out for that. If you have enjoyed this chat, then please do give it a big old thumbs up. If you've enjoyed the kilt, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below once this video goes live on my channel. So pop back there, leave me a little comment. Don't forget to share on social media and also hit that notification bell. I know sometimes it may work, it may not work, but it's better to have hit it anyway just to make sure, so that you know if ever I get, so that you will be notified. Hopefully you'll be notified if ever I do a pop-up video or something like that. So from me in Shropshire with my Duchess slant, good night.